And all right, everybody, welcome to tonight's team call. I'm so excited you guys took the time to be here. I am thrilled about tonight. I've been excited all day. Just a quick background. The first time I heard Jill's name was last summer. There was this YouTube floating around, everybody, and it was called Tough Love. You probably remember this one because I watched it. It was an hour-long butt kicking, and it was exactly what I needed at the time I needed it, and I posted it on our team page. I was like, y'all got to watch this. This is so good, and some of you did. You probably remember that, and I think really right after that, I think we became a Jill team, so that was kind of a good thing. So in Hawaii, she was talking to my direct upline, Emily Walter, just chit-chatting. I think it was the first night, and I was like fangirling a little bit because I was like, so I was like, I have to tell her what her words meant to me. So I don't even know if you remember this because probably everybody came up to you and told you this, but I walked up and I was like, I just have to tell you how much your words meant to me. And it was that butt kicking, just say how it is kind of information. And I'll never forget your response because you were like, that is what I do. It's those kinds of, when I hear that kind of a thing, knowing that what I've said has been effective and has helped people, that's why I'm in this job. And that to me meant a lot. And then she said to be Facebook friends. And I was like, oh, yes, please. And she said maybe she'd do a call. And I was like, take that to the bank. So here we are. And I'm really excited, you guys, to introduce Jill to you. And just take it away.
Absolutely. Well, I'm super honored to be hanging with y'all tonight. And I don't know if a lot of y'all are from my neck of the woods because I think I'm on a whole different time zone than a lot of y'all. Obviously, I've said y'all 6 times already. It's been 32 seconds. So you can tell that I'm probably not from where you're from. It's already 9 o'clock at my house. So normally it's kind of bedtime over here. And, Liz and I were talking about that. I'm like, for you, yeah, totally. But the latest I'll go is 9, girlfriend, because I am like Cinderella. I'm like, peace, already up in the bed, did my thing. I have served my time of working my Plexus business at midnight and 1 o'clock in the morning. I did that for 3 years. And now I'm in an opportunity to where I just do Plexus full time. So there's no reason I can't fit it all in the daytime. So I am from Bryan, Texas. It is a small town in central Texas. It's about 90 miles from Houston. And if any of y'all keep up with college football, you probably heard of Texas A&M University, big Johnny football. Woo-hoo-hoo. That's where I live. I live in College Station. Okay. So I am 29 years old. I have no babies, and I already know some of you have looked at me and you've said, well, you're young. Oh my God, that's why you're successful. Or, oh my goodness, she can't relate to me. I'm going to tell you right now tonight, okay, I'm not here to be put on any pedestal. I'm not here to compare any journeys. You got your journey, I got my journey, girl. As much as you could throw at me and say she doesn't have kids, that's why she's successful, I can throw right back at you and say, girl, you've got kids. You know more people than I do. You have more networks than I do. You've lived longer life than I have. So whatever you're throwing at me, if it's age or life experiences, I can come right back at you, okay? So I give you permission tonight to please take me off of a pedestal of a diamond ambassador. I'm coming to y'all tonight. I have glasses on today. I have a cut in my eye. I cannot put contacts in right now. If you've ever had a cut in your eye, you're like, ugh, it's so painful. So I'm coming to you tonight as real and raw and vulnerable as possible. Literally have not brushed my hair. This is air dried. I do not have a bra on right now. I do not. I'm already in my jams, and I'm not going to get dolled and sucked up and back up just to get on a Zoom call with you. I like to come on these as real as I can be to be your friend. That's how I want to relate to you. I don't want to come to you all dressed up in my prom dress because that's not relatable. And I always told myself if I ever got asked to be on a team call from somebody back when I was watching, a lot of calls from my uplines and stuff. And I said, when I was silver and gold, oh my God, these women, don't get me wrong, they're gorgeous, but here it is at 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night, and they've still got earrings on. My earlobes are tired by the end of the day. And I always said, and I taught 3rd grade reading and writing. A full-time teacher. I worked all the way up to Sapphire. So if you're working a job, honey girl, I know that feeling. And don't you dare use that as an excuse of why you can't do this. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But I worked full-time all the way up to Sapphire teaching third graders. I was UIL coach, cheer sponsor, Saturday school coordinator, mentor, master teacher. I had my hand in every pocket of that elementary school that I possibly could. I taught underprivileged children. Every single one of my children had a free lunch program system. That should go and tell you how much I was needed in that classroom by those babies. My children were not named Madison and Mackenzie with big white bows in their hair. That was not the children that I taught, okay? So at the end of the day, I was exhausted. And for me to fit Plexus in the nooks and crannies of my life meant I needed to get home and get the teacher funk off me. And I needed to get the day off me. And I needed to be comfortable in my own home to be able to do that. So maybe you're going 90 to nothing right now in your lifestyle. And maybe you feel like you just can't fit to the mold, whatever mold you've made in your head. Okay. Maybe you've thought the mold of a Jewel ambassador or the mold of somebody who's got it going on. That ain't it. Okay, you're making of all the stories in your head. I want you to be real. I want you to be vulnerable. I want you to be you in this. And please, and all God Almighty over here, take me off that pedestal and put yourself on that pedestal tonight. Diamond Ambassador is what I do, not who I am. My name's Jill, and I hope that we can be great friends on that. Please don't label somebody by a title. You deserve to be put on that pedestal. You have a title of greatness. You have the title of the name that you were given. You're worthy, okay? You've got a lot of things going for you, girl. I may not know every single one. I may not know all the people on here, but I know without a doubt, you've got something going for you. And even though somebody is supposed to hear this, because God's telling me to say it, even though you may not feel like you do today, you feel like your marriage is going down the hole over here. Your kid's acting like Chucky. Your bank account's negative. You don't know what's going on. Your job's not stable. Your Plexus business isn't growing. And you just don't feel like you've got it all together. It starts with you. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So if you're a note taker or you're somebody who likes to have a little bit of a visual teacher here, so I like that as well. I want you to label, if you've got a paper tonight or a note, just label Y-O-U down the side of your paper, not across. Let's see if you can follow directions on that one. We're not going to go horizontal. We're going to go vertical, okay? So not hamburger. We're going to go hot dog. So Y-O-U. And I'm going to pull out my third grade teacher skills on you tonight. And I do use a lot of those because that's what I know. It's who I am. So if there are any teachers on the call, I get you, girl. Holler at you, sister. We're going to chunk it. We're going to modify it. We're going to make it good. You're going to have your little IEP. We're going to get a little 504, okay? We're going to make it all good. All right. So, while you, girlfriend or boyfriend, I don't see any men on the call. Do you have some men on the call? If I say sister or girlfriend, it's not because I'm saying, men, you can't do this. It's because I'm from the South. And sister is a word that comes out of my mouth every other word. If you have my husband, he told us a thing about me one day, and somebody said, "What's your wife's favorite word?" And he said, "Bless it" and "sister." True. I say it every single day. I'm like, bless it. That's just my way. Instead of saying like son of a bitch, I just say bless it. Like that's just what I say. Okay. And it's just a little bit more appropriate than saying that. You can obviously tell. So straight up, I want you to like shake it all out tonight. Whatever has happened to you in your journey in the past, whatever happened today, whatever happened on your commissions report, whatever did or did not happen, you've got permission tonight to lay it at the door. Lay every title, lay every issue, every funk that you've had at the door, because for some reason you made the effort to get on this call tonight. For some reason, you found it important. And by divine appointment, you are here. This is no accident that you clicked the Zoom link tonight. This is no accident that you were available on this Monday night. It was no accident that tonight was your night off, or that tonight, the night your husband was actually home. This was divine appointment, and I feel 100% called to be able to talk with you tonight and to be able to chat with you tonight. And I ask God before every call that I get on, please give me the words that I need to say to somebody, or at least to give me something funny to say so they got something to hear or whatever. Give me the words, because here's the deal. I'm not qualified, and neither are you. And we don't have to be qualified to do any of this. We've just got to know that we're called. And if we're called, we will be equipped along the way. God does not call the qualified. He qualifies the called along the way. So if you have any bit of burning desire inside your heart tonight that you are supposed to be here, you're supposed to sell some pink drink to somebody, you're supposed to go to Hawaii, you know your Honda Hoopty is going to turn into a Lexus one day, you know without a doubt this is where you're supposed to be, Leave your crap and your baggage at the door, girlfriend, because ain't nobody got time to air your dirty laundry. It's not going to get you anywhere. So stop sulking in your sorrows and wallowing in your worry about what is and who was and what was, and start figuring out what is right now in this moment. And you are here right now in this moment, so give yourself permission to soak it up. Give yourself permission. I always tell everybody, I challenge to you to listen to your heart, listen with your heart tonight. Not just with your ears, but listen with your heart tonight. Because I'm going to step on some of your toes, and I hope that I do. Because if I did not step on your toes and I did not offend you tonight in any way, or maybe shook you up or made you kind of swallow your pride a little bit, then I'm not doing what I'm called to do. That's what I feel called to do. So if we need to pass out Hello Kitty Band-Aids because I've stepped on your toes, then that's what we'll do tonight. But you're here, so allow yourself to learn. Because last time I checked, you're no quadruple diamond. No, and neither am I. We've all got something that we need to do. And you can go quadruple diamond in this because you can go double and your husband can go double. That's how you get quadruple diamond in this. So until you're there and you're just sitting on the beach and you've got 9,000 quadruple diamonds under you, we still got more to do. We've got things that we need to grow in. And that's where you come into play. Y-O-U, sister. Many of us straight up want to take this little old finger over here and we want to figure out every area in our life of why we can't be successful, of why we're being held back, of why it doesn't work for us. Many of you wonderful, wonderful superhero mamas out there, that's what you are if you're a mother. I am so honored to have best friends who are mothers. I was raised by a single Southern mama who literally will scare the back poop out of you like no other. Still to this day, if I don't say ma'am, you're like, don't hit me, please don't hit me. Like, oh my God. But I've been raised around very, very, very strong women in my life, and I've seen what, mother goes through. You are, girlfriend, you strong, sister. You scare the crap out of me. You do hard stuff every single day. Every single day. You put yourself on a back burner to care for other people. You've done the dirty work. This isn't hard. You've done hard. You've birthed a baby. You've carried a child. You've puked. I don't know. You've stayed up late. You've done everything that you've done. You've built a wonderful family or a home. Or if you don't have children like me, you graduated maybe from college. Maybe you were on the dean's list. Maybe you went through some crazy childhood crap. I don't know what went on in your life, but you've gone through hard. This isn't hard. And you're labeling this as hard because you're taking every area in your life and you're blaming those areas for why you're not successful. And all you're doing is just putting it under the rug. All of a sudden one day that rug, or when they say crap's going to hit the fan, everything's going to explode, you're going up the creek without a paddle, one day it's all going to hit you. It is, and you're not going to be able to fit any more under that rug. So it's time for you to start facing those demons and those dragons and those burdens today and stop putting them under the rug. And then one of the biggest things that come to me, my team that I coach and a lot of the teams that I get to work with and the people that I get to train in corporate, and work with corporate, it's an honor. It's such an honor. But a lot of things that I hear every single day is still, my plate is too full. Okay, I'm going to give you the solution to that one real quick. So if you're taking notes, get ready, sister girl, because you don't want to miss this one. Get a bigger damn plate. Stop making the excuses. Just like you've bellied up to the buffet before, it's time for you to belly up to life. Get a bigger plate. I know you went back for seconds on Thanksgiving or at Golden Corral. It's time for you to get that big compartment plate and decide that you can have room to add more on there. You need it all. So before you say, I already work a 12-hour shift, I'm a night nurse, I have 3 kids, I'm a single mom, because you can throw anything at anybody. And I'm not saying anybody else's story is sadder than the other person, because we could all compare stories every day. I want you to take hold of your story, your excuse bucket that you're thinking. And I want you to think about it right now. I'll give you permission to get the dirty out. And I want you to think about the things that have ran across your mind today, this week, and this past month of why you're not doing something in this business, why you're not growing more. You've probably said things like, I don't have time to be on that call. I'm so tired. My body, my head, my kids, my husband. our finances. I can't travel to Super Saturday. I mean, no, I can't give up a whole Saturday. I can't go to convention. You're already telling yourself no. We don't have the finances for that. You're already giving yourself all of these reasons why you cannot. And you are not focusing on the reasons of why you cannot do it. That's what you got to flip it. You're saying, I can't do it because of this. It's time for you to start telling yourself the reasons that you cannot not do it. Why? That's what you've got to find inside of you. So those things of your kids, my husband, my finances, those are the exact reasons you can't miss a team call. Those are the exact reasons your butt should be at a convention chair. That's the exact reason that you should already been to a Super Saturday live or chair. That's the reason right there that you should have already done your IPAs today. Your children, your spouse, your finances, your job, you're tired, you're whatever. Every single excuse that you're throwing at yourself, nobody's throwing these at you. Nobody. Because I know mothers in this entire company, and I know women, and I know men who've got 12 kids, 8 kids, 7 kids, homeschool, single mom, homeless, 37 cents in their bank account, who are doing amazing in this business. You choose what you want to dwell on. You choose your own excuses. So these fingers that we point in every bucket, it's time for us to take those fingers and point them right back to the person that hurts the worst. As a teacher in the classroom, the hardest thing I ever had to do for growing myself from year to year as a classroom, and I'll toot my own horn, I was a damn good teacher when I left, y'all. Really good, like really great scores, like, hey, go girl. But I promised to myself when I entered the work field back when I was 13 years old, I've worked every day since I was 13. I've always had a job. I will be the best toilet bowl scrubber out there if that's my job. I was a snow cone maker. I'm going to make a damn good snow cone. I'm going to do it. I'm here to get a paycheck. I've worked at an ice skating rink, a bartending job, a waitress job. I've done all daycare. Go in with the mentality that you're going in every day to strive to be the employee of the month. That's what you do when you sit down and work your business every day. You go in with the mentality of, I'm striving to be the employee of the month. So the hardest thing I ever had to do is be a teacher to grow. Oh, they told me to video myself for an entire day from the moment that my door opened and I said, good morning, how are you, sweet angel? To the second I sent them off and said, I wish you well. I will see you tomorrow. I videoed myself for that solid 8-hour span. And when you've got to sit back, watch it, reflect on yourself, take notes, then go and talk to the principal about where you can grow or cannot grow. Talk about holy growth, right? Your body language, your tone of voice, the words that come out of your mouth, the way you carry yourself. I challenge you to reflect on those aspects as yourself as a Plexus ambassador. And you may not physically have a video or to be able to do that, but I really want you to look at yourself with video lens glasses. Put them on, girlfriend. Put your thinking cap on, whatever you got to do. Tie it up tight, okay? Put it on there, and I want you to think to yourself and reflect. How am I carrying myself as a health and wellness ambassador? How am I representing a healthy lifestyle? I tell my team, if you cannot scroll somebody's Facebook 3 days worth, and name 3 to 5 things that are important to their lifestyle, they're not branding themselves appropriately. So I challenge you to do that to yourself. I tell my team to do that. I tell my team to do that. Create me 3 days worth. And I want you to come back to me and tell me, what are 3 to 5 things that represent Jill Renfro? Every single one of them will come back and say something about the Lord in Scripture. They'll say something about my husband or my dog. They'll say something about gym or eating right or healthy lifestyle, and they'll mention Plexus. I'm carrying myself as a health and happiness representative. You are not a pink drink representative. You carry happiness. It's time for you to find it. Maybe you're sitting there telling yourself right now, well, Jill, you don't know that I don't have happiness right now. I can barely get out of the bed. My husband's just left me. We have no money, XYZ, blah, 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 blah. Again, girlfriend, everybody's crap stinks. Stop airing your dirty laundry. Get up out the bed. You tell yourself before you even get your feet on that ground in that morning, you say, Lord, I'm going to need you today because today I'm going to say something wrong. I'm going to do something wrong. It's going to be a tough day. My feet haven't even hit the floor yet. I've been okay right now. I'm not a sinner. It's only been 36 seconds that I've woken up. But the second my feet hit that ground, I'm going to be a sinner, and I'm going to need all the help that I can get from you. And I will tell you, I coach a lot of people about organization. I'm not the most organized person at all in my entire life, so please don't put me on that. But these are things that have helped somebody who is a squirrel brain, who is undiagnosed ADD over here. I know that I am, and I just know that nobody's ever even taken me in. They say, oh, that's Jill. She's just got a quirk. No, 100% there's something going on up in this head that nobody's told me about. And as a special ed teacher, I've diagnosed myself on here. I've written my own IEP. But straight up, I have found when I wake up in the morning, I say my little, what I need to say. And some of you, I'm going to step on your toes on this because you're going to say, there's no way. Make your damn bed. Make your bed. I promise you, make your bed. If you've never made your bed before, first off, I'm going to call you out on your shiz. You're funky. You do. You need to get it together. If you can't get your bed made in the morning, your day will not go as planned. You will have unorganized chaos all day long. Squirrels are going to be at a rave, girlfriend. They've already eaten bath salts by the time that you have even gone to go TT in the morning. Get your bed made. I promise you, your bed made, you're going to sit there. Why? It's instant gratification, guys. There's research on this. Instant gratification. There's something about you going, crisp and clean, looks good, it's presentable. It sets your tone for the day. That's what sets your tone. Before you ever go and start to message people and look at your messenger and all the people that talked to you last night and who posted what on Facebook, fill your cup up first. What does that mean? That might be physically with a cup of tea, coffee, or pink drink, but it also means to get your body flowing. It starts with you. You decide the pace of your day. So if the first thing I look at in the day is, Lord, help me, Jesus, the messenger that literally is giving me anxiety, that's going to start my day off with anxiety. No, ma'am, I'm not starting off with that. I'm going to start my day off with praise and worship music, with a podcast, with a audio, with a YouTube video about motivation. I watched one this morning with Denzel Washington in it. God, he's a good motivational speaker. I don't know if you've never looked at that stuff. I don't know why he's got tons of them on YouTube. But that's what I listened to today while I was taking a boo-boo. That is okay to do. Do that. Because for a lot of us, that's 15 minutes of privacy that people kind of might have left you alone for a minute. I don't know. Do what you need to do and fit it in your area. Starts with you. You take the reflection and say, do I represent what I need to represent? And if you don't, it's time for you to start practicing that. Just as you would practice anything else, riding a bike, practicing your math backs, practicing your being a good wife, practicing swaddling a baby. What do you got to do? You got to keep doing it. You got to keep doing it. You can't do it one morning and think, well, my life didn't change, Jill. I'm not a Ruby. Well, no, you've got to continue to do that. People are going to buy you. They're not going to just buy a pink drink. That's why it starts with you. So the why tonight is going to stand for yourself. I want you to look at yourself with those open glasses. I want you to look at yourself with your heart. I want you to look at yourself as your downline in your team. And I don't care if you've got one person who's only buying Plexus because it's cheaper as a wholesale ambassador, and you're saying, Jill, I don't have a team. Yes, you do. Stop speaking those ill words on you. You do have a team. So start saying it, and you claim the team that you will have, because one day you're going to wake up and it's going to happen so fast and you're going to say, oh my God, there's 500 people under me. I promise you it happens that quick. And one day you're going to wake up and say, there's 5,000 people under me. And I don't know why, but that just clicked to me about 6 months ago. Holy crap. There's more 5,000 people. Oh my God. What? That should have clicked a long time ago, right? But one day you're just moving at such a fast pace for your entire journey and everything's going and you're going to go, So you start now and you say, I got one under me. I got one. I better start right now. I've got two. I've got five. And I'm going to start right now because I know 50, 500, and 5,000 are coming in the name of Jesus to my team. So I better start representing health and happiness right now because I want you to think, how's your downline going to look at you? If I was somebody who promoted that I was going through the drive-thru every day at Starbucks, getting a venti, mochi, frappe, whatever the heck you want to call those. I don't even know because I don't go there. If I was somebody who posted every other day about what awful meal I was eating, or every other day about it's another Netflix and chill kind of night. Oh, I just can't get up today. I've never even said those words. I think it's the first time Netflix and chill has ever come out of my tongue. I barely even knew how to say it. But those things you've got to promote. Now, I'm not telling you, do not get me wrong here. I'm not telling you got to order salad every day. I'm not telling you got to go to the gym every day. I'm not telling you better be posting about juicing. I'm not telling you better be posting about cleaning the baseboards. No. Health and happiness comes in a wide variety, but people see that through your posting, through what you radiate. They also see that of how you represent and carry yourself out in public. Don't you dare be somebody different on the computer than you are. When you meet me in person, you're going to get what you get, 100%. You see me at convention. I'm probably have taken my shoes off and my heels are hanging out the side of my purse because my feet hurt so dang bad. I probably am sucking on a cough drop because I talk too much and I lose my voice every other Plexus event. I promise you at some point in time, my hair is already up in a ponytail. My earrings are out of my earlobes because my ears hurt so bad. My hair, I promise you, you get what you get. And if you get me with me for 5 minutes or you get with me for an hour or you hang out with me at my house or my gym, I'm the same person of who I am. Do not change yourself by the groups of people you're around. It's okay. It's more than okay to be more and to strive to be better. But don't be somebody that you're not. The why is to be yourself. It starts with you. So I want to ask you a pretty vulnerable question tonight. Maybe you reflect on this later. Who are you? What do you represent? What makes you love you? Do you even love yourself? And if you don't, honey, I'm not Dr. Phil and I'm not Oprah, I'm not Ellen over here, but these are areas that you've got to work on. And these are areas that you've got to read on and listen on and speak faith on. Your tongue can do two things, life or death. You decide what you want it to speak and what you want it to claim. Your goals, your vision, your why. You decide if you want to wake up and say, nobody wants to join my team, or you say, oh, Lord, you're lining them up in Jesus' name, and I know that you are. You decide what you want to represent. And I know for me in my house, we speak faith. I know for me in my house, we speak life. I know for me in my house, I speak vision. We speak goals. We speak praises. And I know for me in my house, when we have those low moments and we have those negative Nelly times, because they happen, we're human, one of us is able to pick the other one up and say, no more. Stop whining. Let's get it, sir. We got to refocus on what we're doing here. It's been a bad day. I understand that. But we've got to get it together. And you've got to have that person, or you've got to have that friend that you can call. You've got to have that person. And I promise you, if there's nobody else that you can call, I know that you can message Alyssa and say, today's been that day for me. Today's been a tough day for me. And this is what's happened, and this is what's happened. And I know that she'll be there for you. You have an amazing upline in this. Utilize that upline. Don't you dare complain down. You go up, because you are representing more. This is you we're talking about, sister girl. Okay, the O tonight, what we're going to talk about with the O. So if you're a note taker, this is ongoing. So we've got you, okay, it's the word we're spelling. We got yourself is the Y, and O is ongoing. This is just like your Plexus supplements. I know for a fact you did not tell sister girl she can take her Plexus product for 4 weeks and get skinny. I know you didn't take that. And if you did take that, say that to somebody, shame on you. You're doing it wrong. And that's why you're not growing in this company. I know for a fact you've told people flat out, you've got to take these supplements for them to work, correct? Ongoing. This is you. You've got to have ongoing growth. You've got to have ongoing determination, okay? I posted something this morning while I was still laying up in the bed. I had a lazier Monday morning. I canceled my 8 o'clock gym class to do the noon class, and that's okay. When you're a CEO, you can do that, girlfriend. You can just take a little bit longer what you want to do. But I posted something while I was in the bed today. I challenge you to go greet me on Facebook. Go see the post I made this morning, and it was about being committed. And it said, commit to yourself, commit to your health, commit to your finances, commit to your spouse, commit to the Lord, commit to your church, commit to your friends. And it's just, I was thinking about this stuff this morning. It's everything you need to commit to. Commit to your ongoing growth for you. Commit to yourself. Because just like any diet or regimen, you can't expect to do 1 day's worth of dieting and get skinny. And every single one of us have eaten a salad and said, have I lost weight yet? We've all done that. Okay? We've done those things. Every single one of us has thought, oh, well, today was a really great day with my husband. Well, I promise you, one great day does not set you up for success for marriage. Okay? It doesn't. Dirty work. 1 day of digging all that stuff up does not mean that you're set up for success. This is ongoing, nonstop. You should be able to say, what did I do today to grow me? And if all you did was read a little blurb, a paragraph, you got to listen to something for 5 minutes on audio, you grew. You go, girl. You put your learning first. And that's important for you. I'm not telling you got to read a book a week. Heck no, girl. We're too busy for all that. But you better be cracking open a book at some point in time. All of us take a boobie or two every day because we're on BioCleanse. All of us have smartphones because you're a network marketer. All of us have opportunities because we drive a lot because we're busy people to listen to things in the car. Most of our cars at this point in time have Bluetooth capabilities, okay? And if it doesn't, you praise Jesus because your Lexus is going to have that, girlfriend, because your car is coming. But you better start praising that right now. You better. Because if not, you're not going to have it. You got to speak things into existence. You got to call things that aren't as though that they are. And that is called faith. And if you ain't got faith, sister, I'm going to tell you, you ain't moving those mountains. Because just like he says, you've got to have faith the size of a mustard seed to move mountains in your life. A mountain will not move until you have faith. You can agree with me or not agree with me. But the good Lord has called me to minister and called me to preach on this. So I will. And I'm not sorry for it. And if it steps on your toes of what you believe in, I'm sorry. I can't help you in that aspect because I know without a doubt I would not be here without the Lord. I would not be here without faith. I would not be here without my peaks and valleys, and I would not be here without scriptures. Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. It's above my head. It's on the background of my computer. It's on my phone. It's tattooed on my body. It's on the back of my car. It has been the verse that I've stood on every single moment of this journey because I promise you, you cannot do this alone. You've got to have yourself together, girlfriend. You've got to have those resources that are ongoing that helping you grow. I know that you would not tell somebody to take their products for a week and drink water for a week and it's going to work. I'm not going to tell you that this is going to be easy. I'm not going to tell you that you can do this for a month and if you don't have promotion or mega gains in your business, then you're doing it wrong. That's not the case. You've got to do something ongoing, okay? I posted on my team page today. It came up on my time hop. 3 years ago this week, I hosted my very first Plexus Opportunity meeting in person. I was a silver ambassador, and I was silver for 9 months. So if you think, oh gosh, I'm just silver for so long, okay, I was silver for 9 months. I hosted my first in-person Plexus Opportunity meeting. I was scared, excuse my French, scared shitless to do this, y'all. I'm a teacher. I teach I teach kids. I don't teach adults. And I didn't at that time. Obviously, good Lord has called me in a different way. But I had never shared my story publicly. I have never gotten up and taught about the products. And I did it 3 years ago. And on that flyer, I was a silver ambassador. And I challenged my team to tell themselves, where will you be in 3 years if you don't give up on yourself? Where will you be? Will you be one of the top earning diamond ambassadors? Will you be a 2-time shopping spree earner? Will you be a 3-time convention credit top earner? What will you be? You decide what you're going to be. And I promise you, I told my team this, I can send you the post verbatim. I said, what's really sad is that most of you on this team page will not be here in 3 years. I said that on my team page today, and you might say, woo, Jill, that's kind of rough teaching your team that. No, I said that. I said most of you, majority of you will not be here in 3 years to know where your growth will be. Most of you will give up in a matter of a month, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. You'll give up because you're going to let life decide for you. You're going to let the devil decide for you of where you're headed. It's going to be hard. There's going to be days you don't feel like it, and there's going to be days that you don't feel that this is your calling. There's going to be some days. And I promise you, I've never met one person in my entire life that have always felt like that their job is glorious, that it's the wonderful thing. Nobody, no teacher, no nurse, no president, no doctor, no banker, nobody, none. Not even a stay-at-home mother. They love their children more than anything. And there are days they say, can somebody fire me quick? Please fire me. And you can find me at the wine bar, ASAP. Okay? So I promise you, and I give you permission to do this. There's going to be days you need to fire yourself. And I want you to fire yourself. Go take a bath. Go get a glass of wine. Shut your notifications down. Get off of Facebook and social media. Go take a walk. Play with your children. Have sex with your husband. I'm sorry if there's kids on the call. Go do what you need to do. Watch a movie like Steel Magnolias that makes you laugh and makes you cry at the same time. Sweet Home Alabama. I don't know. Do something for you. Go buy something from Target. Fire yourself. But here's what you got to do. The next morning, You have to rehire yourself, because too many people sit there in fire mode, and then they decide, oh, a new product came out 6 months down the road. Well, I'm going to come back and work now. It's too late, girlfriend. It's too late. You've missed 6 months of your window. You've lost the whole audience. You lost a team. Or a month. They had a bad month in their life, and then they come back and say, okay, well, I'm ready to work now. We had a month of no follow-ups. You had a month of no posting. You had a month of people who couldn't trust you and count on you. Do you think, and I tell my team this, so I'm going to let y'all borrow this slogan if you want to. I say WWDD to my team. What would a diamond do? WWDD. I tell them that. What would a diamond do? Would a diamond not show up tonight on the team call because they've got period cramps and bled all over themselves on the treadmill today? That happened to me, friends. Talk about embarrassing at Orange Theory. That happened to me today. WWDD. What would a diamond do? I have a corneal ulcer and a cut in my eye. I don't look very pretty being on this four-eyed lighting going on, shining on me. WWDD, you suck it up, buttercup, and you go get on that call. WWDD. Today I run 9,000 errands for my family. My 8-year-old little niece came down with the scarlet fever and flu, and she's in the hospital. I had to go back and forth. It was crazy. I got a call tonight. I had 3. WWDD. This is what we do. I haven't talked to my husband all day. I heard him come home. I heard the garage go open in that other room. WWDD. What would a diamond do? Okay. WWDD. I did something scary this weekend. I hosted an event at a gym today on Saturday with who the owner is an ex-NFL football player. Talk about intimidating. WWDD. What would a diamond do? Put yourself in situations right now as a silver ambassador, as a ruby ambassador, as a gold ambassador, as a sapphire ambassador, and you say, what would a diamond do? I better start practicing that right now. A diamond's going to show up on that call, even if they don't feel good. Yeah, a diamond's going to show up to convention, even if they had to pawn a purse, or I don't know, they had to borrow something from somebody. They had to have a garage sale. I did that with my first convention. We had a garage sale. I had to sell some things. We have a website. I sold some old purses I wasn't carrying on. I shared a room with 3 other girls, and we shared Subway $5 footlongs. You do what you've got to do to get to where you need to get. And that's not easy. And it's not. So this is an ongoing thing you're going to ask yourself. Who am I? What am I going after? What are my visions and my whys? WWDD. What do I need to do? And as a diamond, I fire myself. I do. And you have permission to fire yourself as well. But even though you don't need my permission to do anything, I ain't your boss, but I'm going to give you some advice. Rehire yourself, girlfriend. Don't you get stuck in no fire rut, because I promise you, it's hard to go find a job when you've been unemployed for a long time. Your skills are not there anymore. They're not. You're not up to par like the other girls. You're slacking. You're kind of rusty. Don't you dare quit on yourself. And when you think that you are having those lazy days, be woman enough. And if there's a man on the call, be man enough, but be woman enough, because there's something about a woman that's mighty. Golly, we can do some great stuff, can't we? Good. We good, y'all. Seriously. Be woman enough to say, and call out your own BS. Be woman enough to say, I'm slacking. Be woman enough to say, my children deserve more. My husband deserves more. My finances deserve more. My dreams deserve more. I deserve more. And if you can't do that because you're too sulked into Netflixing and chilling and napping and wallowing in your worry, then this isn't for you. And there's the door. Why are you even on the call wasting your time? Call out your own BS, because it starts with you. And the last thing we're going to talk about tonight is you, okay? And I like to say this a lot. I used to tell 3rd graders this all the time. It was my favorite. I don't know why. It just came out, kind of like blessed, okay? Or sister. It just comes out. I'd say, friend, don't be ugly. Don't be ugly. And I'd say ugly all the time. Ugly was my word. All my friends, I call my little kids friends. And they'd say, well, Ms. Rimper, I'm going to say, you're being ugly. Yeah. And they knew I didn't call them ugly, but I said, you're being ugly. So what's the definition of ugly for us? Okay? Ugly. Right there. We're not going to be ugly. Okay? Again, we are representing health and happiness. We are representing hope. We are chain breakers to people who have been victims and silent sufferers for majority of their life. How dare you be ugly with your thoughts and your tongue to yourself, to your team, to your company, to your product, to what you're faithful in. Do not be ugly. And if you've doubted a back office or a product or an upline or a whatever, shut your mouth, because you're being ugly. And when you're being ugly, that don't get you new friends, and that don't get you very far. So I'm going to pull that third grade teacher talk on you. I'd say that all the time. That don't get you new friends, and that don't get you very far. So when you catch yourself being ugly to your own self, because I promise you, you're being uglier to yourself than you are to anybody. The things that you say to yourself every day, you would never say to somebody. You wouldn't. I've never met that ugly of a person. I really haven't. I don't choose to associate with those kind of people. But the things that you've already said to yourself today you've looked in the mirror and I know you've beat yourself up. Somebody on here has called themselves ugly today. They've said they're too fat. They said their hair's awful. They said, my teeth, this, my boobs, bring them up, my stretch mark, this. You've looked at every aspect in your life. You've cooked something and said, my kids probably won't like it. My husband will probably complain. You've done the laundry and said, I just can't remember. You've talked down on yourself probably more than you've talked up on yourself today. You're being so ugly. And that doesn't get you very far, friend. The things that you said today to yourself, would you say to your daughter? Would you say to your son? Would you say to the new ambassador on your team who's very excited? Would you say to somebody that you care about? And I promise you, the things that you've said to yourself today, your mother or your father or your spouse would never say to you. And if you don't have one of those three things, your heavenly Father would never say that to you, because you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are made in His image perfectly. He gave you qualities, personalities, characteristics, traits, and strengths that you were supposed to have. So I challenge you tonight, once we part our ways and you go do your thing, girlfriend, and you get back to the real world, I challenge you to figure out, what are my strengths? I don't want you to dwell on your weaknesses. I did not say dwell on your weaknesses. I said find your strengths. And that's hard to do, because what you're going to think about first is all the things you can't and all the things you couldn't and all the things you shouldn't. I want you to find the things that you can and that you are. Are you a really great listener? Are you a great speaker? Are you funny? Are you nurturing? Are you caring? Are you really well organized? Are you great with showing people how much you care? Are you always the person that's there? Find your strengths, and that's what you run with. How dare you be ugly to yourself and dwell on your weaknesses? That's not going to get you very far, friend, and it's not going to get you new friends. People choose to follow you. It starts with you, it continues with you, and it's going to rise with you. You will become a silver ambassador because you strove to be more. You will become a gold ambassador because you strove to do more. You will become a ruby ambassador because you dug more. You will become an emerald ambassador one day because you went through more. You will become a diamond ambassador one day because you went through it all. You. Yes, people are going to help you. Yes, you're going to have a team. I'm never displaying or downplaying any of that. It starts with you. It continues with you. You're driving the damn bus. Where are you going? Are you headed straight down to the tunnel? You hitting the valley, or are you driving up to the peak? Because I know for me and myself, I'm headed towards the peak. And if you want to get in the bus with me, get in the bus. Find the fast pass. Because majority of you on this call, and I'll leave it at that, 70% of you on this call, 70 will do nothing with the information you're taught tonight. And that's really sad. Just like I told my team today, most of you won't be around in 3 years to know where you'll be. You won't. I challenge you to be the 30% and actually do something with the information that you reflect upon tonight. Do something with the information that you learned. Do something with the information that I talked to you about tonight. Do something for yourself. Are you going to be around in 3 years to know where you're going to go? Do you have your visions? Do you have your why? Do you have your path? It's time for you to start envisioning it. And how dare you downplay yourself? How dare you be ugly to yourself? Because your team's not going to rise unless you rise. Your paycheck's not going to rise unless you rise. Your health is not going to rise unless you rise. You're not going anywhere without you. So you better get comfortable with yourself, and you better learn to love yourself, because you're going to be with yourself forever. And you can be that person who stands up one day on that stage and says, God, I'm proud of where I've come. Or you can be that person who sits behind and watches through Facebook while all these other people do things, and you say, what if I'd have tried harder last year? What if? It starts with you. Do something for you. Tag yourself in. Get off of the bench and make yourself first string, because you are important enough and you have qualities and strengths that only you have. So tonight, like I started this call with, I told you to put yourself on that pedestal. It's time to put yourself on the pedestal and take everybody else off. Because I don't know about you. I ain't got it all together. I sure don't got it all together. But I'll tell you, I'm proud of myself. I'm striving to be more today than I was yesterday. And today, I'm already setting up for tomorrow of where I'm headed to be more tomorrow than I was today. And that's all that you can do, is to be the best you that you can possibly be. So hopefully you got something out of this call tonight. If not, you just got to stare at my glare on my screen and listen to my southern drawl. So you get to decide what you want to do, girlfriend.
Wow. That was awesome. I appreciate you so much, because I know that you spoke to me, and if I'm the only one you spoke to, then I'm down with that. But I know, as I was getting texts and messages throughout this whole thing, that I know that you spoke to a lot of other people too. So just know.
I am honored, truly honored.
Yeah. I know your time, you're going to go to bed soon. Do you have time for a couple questions?
I absolutely do. I absolutely do.
Okay, so if you guys want to unmute yourselves, probably not all at once, just because of the thing that starts happening. If you guys have a question, maybe you had one that you're ready, feel free to answer or to ask right now. Unmute yourself if you got one.
And I'll tell you, I'm an open book, so there's nothing that I don't get offended. I couldn't tell you last time I got offended or I've got awkward on something. You can completely ask me whatever you feel that you need to.
She already talked about pooping.
Okay,
so we're good.
I told you I don't have a bra on. I mean, it is what it is.
Okay, so this is Joy. I have a question. Now, I'm not trying to be negative, and keep in mind I have food poisoning and I feel like crap. I have done at my church. I know a lot of people. I know tons of people. I have a big Mexican family, but there's been so much lately of there's just so many products. There's so many good products. There's just, it seems like everybody is selling something. How in the world am I supposed to grab anybody's attention when it feels like and a lot of the moms are trying to support each other, trying to buy stuff here and there. And people just get burnt out from trying to, be supportive. And so how am I supposed to pitch myself differently?
Stop trying to sell anything. It all goes off branding yourself. How are you, and this is a question I asked on it, how are you going to stand apart different? How are you going to be different from a girl that just wraps her waist, or a girl that just takes a pill, or a girl that just posts something random every other Tuesday? And this is where mega branding comes into place. People need to know what you represent in your lifestyle. By me posting about my marriage is me representing my business. By me posting about my love for the Lord is me representing my business. By me posting about the good foods that I eat, that's me posting about my business. I don't have to say Plexus and any of that stuff. I need people to know that I am a package deal of health and happiness, and they will buy you because they want to be connected into you. Everything out there today, I know all the stuff, and I'm very involved in my church too, and I've got a girl that does another health and wellness company in our women's group and this and that. I know all about that completely, and same thing when working in a school district with teachers. But I will tell you, I have been around for almost 4 years. Those girls come and go. I'm not going anywhere because I'm committed and I'm ongoing, and they see the growth in me. And I promise you, when you strive to be more and you represent health and happiness and you are committed in that, they're going to see that you're around in 6 months, 1 year, 18 months, and 2 years. People from my church, my pastor, actually just joined Plexus last month, and they have been approached by every single thing out there. Every single thing. And I did it differently. I don't just go to them. No, and that's what you've got to brand yourself. They need to see what you are. Be that bubbly person. Greet people, love people, be welcoming. Let them see the changes in you. How is your product line different than another product line? I'll tell you, it doesn't compare. And if you don't have that testimony that's made your jaw drop, take your products longer and your jaw will drop. Add in another product in your regimen and their jaws will drop, because our products do stand apart to anybody else.
Okay. Thank you.
Absolutely. I hope you feel better.
I know.
Thank you so much.
Who else has a question? Do not be shy. Anybody? I'll ask one if nobody's going to ask one.
Perfect.
Okay, so you've been in the business for, you said 4 years? Is that about right? Oh, shoot. Crap. I froze. Shoot.
My husband just got home, so I'm going to go. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you
Sorry,
for letting me sit in.
Sorry.
All right. Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, sorry. I have a question.
Okay, fine.
If you've been in the business for 4 years, how do you still go about recruiting new people? Because I know that would resonate with me and a lot of other people.
I meet new people every single dang day. And I will tell you, your network is never tapped out. I have never gone a month in Plexus that I have not signed at least 3 people, ever. Not Zippo. Join a new gym, girlfriend. You've been at your gym for 5 years and nobody's wanting to even talk to you about Plexus. Join a new gym. Go find new friends. Join a new church group. What? You've only been going to the same church group over and over and over again? I don't know. Maybe pick up a different Bible study. Maybe you haven't been a volunteer at your church. Maybe it's time to start doing that so you can meet new people. Do your children's teachers know what you do? Do your children's daycare workers know what you do? When you are out and about in public, are you going out and about with a mission of, I got to get in, I got to get out? Or are you saying, you know what? I kind of want to try to meet somebody new today. How could you meet somebody new today? I recently started doing a Whole30, and I have been excited to do it, but it took time in the grocery store to be able to read labels. Well, I found myself in an organic health food section for a while reading a label, and a girl who looked literally like she got it all together. I'm like, hey girl, I asked her a question about ghee, like to see if she knew. And she's like, oh my God, I do Whole30 all the time. I met a new friend in the grocery store, not even talking about Plexus. We had a conversation about clarified butter. And I was able to add her on Facebook and say, hey girl, I'm really excited. I'd love another contact about Whole30 or whatever. I'd love to reach out to you on Facebook. She's like, yeah, absolutely. That's meeting new people and putting them into your network. You've got to say, I've got to meet new people. And if you're somebody who only goes to work from home, well, then I'm going to tell you, it's time for you to do uncomfortable stuff. You probably need to go join a group at some sort and be out late on Tuesday nights. Go find a women's study. Go find a church group. Get your kid plugged into soccer or gymnastics. And if they already are in those things, don't throw tomatoes at me. Don't be the mom that just drops her kids off and leaves. Or don't be the mom that just sits there and reads a book and doesn't engage. Be the person who's there chatting and talking and doing. Be the person who brings cookies one day and says, hey, well, I was just at Starbucks and I just picked all these up. Be a person who's striving to be more and meet new friends. My eyelash place where I get my eyelashes filled, the same girl's at the counter every single time. She's so sweet. She knows exactly what I want, how I want it. It's great. And I literally did that. I brought, there was Starbucks right next door. I went in, popped in, got a chocolate chip cookie, and I came, I said, you're just so sweet. Thank you. Like everything you do. I don't know. I just want to bring you a little something. She was like, oh my gosh. Literally 4 hours later, she added me to be a friend on Facebook. Just find ways to be more. And that's not you or me going out and saying, I got to go out and get new ambassadors. My mission every day is to meet new people because one reason or another, I'm supposed to meet that person God puts in my path. And if they end up being on my Plexus team or on my customer base, that's amazing. But if not, then it is what it is. But I've got new people in my network, and I can't tell you how many times a month somebody, it happened to me today, somebody from who used to teach with my sister's a teacher also, who said, hey, I know you don't know me, but I know your sister. We taught together about 10, 15 years ago. I see your stuff all the time on Facebook. I know we're not friends, but I've just creeped you for a while. Could you tell me about Plexus? I've never met this girl in my life, but it's references through people. And that would have never have happened if I wasn't putting myself out there, branding myself out there, or being open to just be more. So everywhere that you are, sometimes you got to add a little bit more to your plate, sister girl. And that means getting out and being involved in things. Don't be the mom. I'm sorry. I know. Don't throw tomatoes at me. That y'all got 3 birthday parties to go to on Saturday and you're like, oh, we can't go to birthday parties on Saturday. We're just too tired. No, you RSVP and go to all 3 birthday parties and meet the moms. I volunteer myself to go with my sister to 8-year-old birthday parties so I can meet moms. I go to cheer competitions, yes, to cheer my niece on, but I'm sitting there, I'm like, hey, and they're like, oh my gosh, is that your aunt? I'm like, hey, Jill, nice to meet you. Oh my God, girl, you're so fun. Are you on Facebook? I'm going to meet some cheer moms. I don't have kids to go get a part of that. If you got children, you better be tapping into your kids' networks. Huge. And those are big, big ways to do it, but you got to put yourself in those scenarios.
I love that you said, don't go out to find ambassadors, go out to find new friends. I love that, because that's it. It's, and what do they always tell us? It's all about relationships, because it actually is all about relationships.
100%. It is so about relationships.
Okay, maybe time for one or two more. Crystal, go for it. Crystal.
Hi, Jill. This is Crystal Walker. I'm a Golden. I was at Super Saturday, and I got to see you because I live up in Modesto near Sacramento.
Oh, so fun! And you got to hang out with me, girl.
Yes, you were awesome. You sound just like this call. It was like awesome. My question is, my team added like 18 to 19 people last month, which was awesome. And what are some of the things, like, if people are interested, like, I don't know, how do you get them at least interested in getting their products paid for, or just kind of getting them like a little started? Because some are like, oh, I just want to, try it and see if it works for me. And
on the phone. You yourself, if your upline can't do a 3-0 with you, okay, don't wait on her, whatever. Get people on the phone. A lot of us want to hide behind a freaking messenger. I'll send you a graphic. I'll send you the steps. That don't happen in my world. I haven't sent somebody instructions or a graphic in almost probably 2.5 years. Somebody says, all right, hey girlfriend, I'm ready. Oh my gosh. I say, okay, awesome. I'm going to give you a call. What's your number? I don't give them an option. So I'm getting them on the phone. I'm getting them started. I'm going ahead and signing them up, helping them through it. I'm talking to them about the triplex, blah, 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 blah. And I say, all right, girlfriend, here's the deal. You want to get your products paid for? They're like, well, yeah. I don't say, do you want to go work the business? Do you want to make extra money? Do you want to go silver? That's foreign language to them. And if you say business, you've already scared the bejesus out of them. They're done. You say, hey, girl, do you want to get your products paid for free? Yeah, I've never had one person say no. It's the way that I word it. Non-threatening, bold. They're like, yeah. I say, okay, awesome. Okay, so like, here's the deal with statistics. It's so true. And I just be real with people. Don't be faxy. Don't be salesy. Be you. I tell every single person on my team, talk to them like you would talk to them if you met them at the bar. Hey, girl. Okay, straight up. Like, I know it's crazy. Don't be saying, okay, we've got 5 strands of this probiotic and be-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da. No, you've lost them. So, do you want to get your products paid for free? They're like, well, yeah. I'm like, okay, true life. It is a lot easier to do this with somebody when you've got like accountability. Okay, so my friend Rachel and I would not go to the gym if she did not go to the gym with me. Like, it's a true story. Like, nobody's checking up on me, right? We're having a conversation. I'm like, I know for a fact, like, I'm super successful in Plexus because my best friend did it with me, and so did my mom, and so did my sister, and it just made sense. And it was a lot easier to get healthy together. Do you have a sister, sister-in-law, mother, or if I know them, obviously know those things, I'm like, girl, call your mom, call Pam right now. She will straight up do this with you. So I get like vulnerable with them if I know them. I'm like, girlfriend, your sister has already asked me questions about Plexus. Dude, get your sister to do this with you. We'll just put her under you. And before you know it, 3-4 people, girl, your products are paid for. You don't have to work any bit of business. Don't worry. I'm the middle part. I'm the person. I'm the question person. I'll get them signed up. I'll help with everything that they need to do. I'll get them started on their products. Girlfriend, just tell them what you're doing. The biggest thing that you could do, like, is not tell your family what you're doing. Like, you're lying to them. You're going to do a disservice, and you might as well do it with them because they're going to want to do it with you sooner or later. So let's go ahead and get your products paid for. Now, it's up to them what they decide they want to do. And this is where you can't beat yourself up over it. They either A, are going to run with it and they're going to be like, okay, great. Hey, well, what should I tell my sister? I don't know. Well, that's where you say, hey, let's talk to her. Let's call her. Send her through a message. Or maybe you give her some tips of what to say to her. Or you can say, hey, so how do you feel about posting on Facebook and letting everybody know you're taking Plexus? And a lot of people, they're like, oh my God, no. You're like, okay, cool. Well, girl, let's get your products paid for. And it's really awesome. You can give them a little first post blip to do. That's an option too. If they want nothing to do with that, you can't beat yourself up for it. All that you can do is funnel back and say, girl, you've been loving your products. You want to get them for free now? Like, seriously? Come on. This has been 2 months. You've lost 8 pounds. You feel great. Why not get these products for free? I can't believe you're even paying for them. I haven't paid for my products since the first month. And I just be that real. I don't mention silver. I don't mention all these ranks. I don't mention you've got to be an ambassador. I don't mention PV, OV, CQ, blah, 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 blah. I just say, do you want to get your products paid for free? That's been the best way that I've had people go silver in our organization.
Thank you. Also, I have 5 people on this call from my team, so also I wanted for them to hear it because a lot of them added some new people last month.
Well, I'll tell you.
Seriously.
Senior gold like that.
I know I've been close twice, so it's kind of hard.
We're not close no more. You're there. It's happening. In Jesus' name, it's happening.
Yeah.
Awesome. I keep running around my house because my internet keeps coming in and out. But I don't want to take up too much of your time unless there's one more question that's pressing, but I know that it's getting late. We do have a couple Texans on here, so I know they're probably ready for go to bed. Yeah, wave, Jory. So I just want to personally just say thank you so much for just coming out here and giving up your time. I know that it's what a lot of us needed to hear, and I know it's what even I needed to hear. I appreciate you, and we've been binge watching Jill videos all weekend for you. So just know that we appreciate you, and we're so thankful, and just from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
I'm truly honored. Thank y'all for having me. I hope to meet y'all someday. Get your butt to convention. Start doing it now.
Yep, heck yeah. Well, thank you so much. You guys have a great night. I'll post it.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.